Hi everybody, welcome back to Jaffa Cooks, and today I'm going to be making burgers. Plain, nice, juicy burgers. Just before we start, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and click on the bell icon for the latest updates on my recipes. If you need more information about the recipe and its ingredients, you'll see it in the description below, and give me a great thumbs up. Okay, so let's get to it very quickly. I've got 800 grams of mince, that's minced beef, come up to room temperature. Got a medium-sized onion, some flour to bind it together, Cajun spice, garlic, salt, pepper, and salt to taste. So very simple. I'm going to take all the ingredients. I'm just going to pop it in. I'll put the flour towards the end. Now we've got garlic, salt, and salt. Garlic giving it a bit of flavour, and I've got some additional salt because we didn't go heavy on the garlic salt, so will require some additional salt. Some black pepper, just to give it a bit of heat. And finally, I'm going to put flour. Now flour, we tend to use about 1.5 tablespoons, and it's only there for binding it together. So again, I'm going to start with probably 3/4 of it, and if I need to, then I'll put more in later. Now, I'm just going to bind this together. And we don't want to get too much involved in hands-on with the mince, otherwise it may end up getting stodgy. But we need to make sure that everything is mixed in nicely. So, okay, welcome back. So I've just about done mixing the mince and the ingredients together. So I'm just going to take a bit of mince, and if it binds together, there's no real reason to using that additional flour. So in this case, it binds quite well. It holds itself as well, and it looks okay. So what I'm going to do, just from a salt content perspective and the spice, I'm going to do a bit of a test fry off and see what this meat tastes like. Just to ensure that the salt consistency and the spice consistency is correct. Right, welcome back. So I've done a quick fry up to taste what my burgers are going to taste like. In fact, it doesn't require anything more, and that's the whole point. It's good to try your ingredients before you start making batch load of burgers. So what I'm going to do next is divide them into equal portions, prepare a burger up, and then we'll put them in the fridge for about half an hour. If you don't, you can actually go from mixture straight to a pan and get them ready, but I tend to give it a bit more time just for the flavours to set in. So I'll see you back shortly. Right, welcome back everyone. So my mixture's been in the fridge for around about half an hour. So now, how do we make a burger? Again, there's no real hard, fast rule to making a burger, but there is just a bit of science behind it. You should always have your bun slightly smaller than the burger itself. So the burger should be slightly larger, and because there is a little bit of shrinkage once you start cooking the burger. Now, I've seen my mum do it, and she used to do it perfectly, but I tend to cheat, because Mike is absolutely useless at making burgers. So Mike, this tip's for you as well. So I've taken some parchment paper, around about 14 centimeters squared. So if I just put that between I'm going to take 2 plates. I'm going to show you how it's done. Very, very simple. So 2 sheets of paper, and parchment paper. I'm just going to take a small amount of meat. Now, we like our burgers really, really thin. I wouldn't say really thin, but thinnish. So we have double patties. If you're making larger, thicker burgers, then you'll have to make them accordingly. So, and then obviously cook them accordingly as well. So my meatball tends to look something like that, maybe a little bit more. If you're making a larger meatball, then I would say probably around about that size. So there's a big difference. So very simple. There's my meatball. Not too much working around it. Just going to pop it in the middle of my plate. I'm going to take my second parchment paper, place it on top, and then I'm going to take another identical plate, and then I'm just going to press down. Now, the reason why I've done parchment paper is sometimes you may just want to freeze some. You know, you don't need to cook all them all off. And this is a great way of making homemade burgers, and they're ready to freeze. So you can put them in a Ziploc bag, and then off you go. Next time you want to eat a burger, just take it straight off into the pan, and it's ready to go. All right? So, I'll see you back shortly once I've done them all. Okay, welcome back everybody. Right, so now the time to cook our burgers off. So I'm just going to put a bit of olive oil. And my patties that I made earlier, they really do look nice. So you can see that they're still on the parchment paper. Very simple, just loosen them up and pop them straight onto the pan. The good thing about doing it on parchment paper, you could actually do it on foil, cling film as well, is that in the event where you don't need to cook all of them off, you can stick them into a Ziploc bag and freeze them immediately, and you can use them for another day. Right, because they're so thin, and we like ours quite thin, I'm just going to move that a little bit round so it's even heat. So you can see as the burgers are cooking off, you can see they're starting to cook around the sides. So it's a good time to just have a quick peek at the bottom, see what they're looking like. They're looking good. And you'll probably see that they've decreased in size as well a bit. Yes, they're nice and brown underneath. Maybe another few seconds. So to flip, just over the top. Nice jerky movement there. Make sure you put the burger straight onto your spatula, and then that's it. Another few more minutes, and they should be ready to go. Now, if you want to put cheddar cheese or any other kind of cheese that you fancy, now's the time to do it. So I'm just going to put burger cheese. Melts quite nicely. Just as it's melting, I'm going to now layer these. My son wanted a triple decker. And I'll see you over the other side for assembly. Hi, welcome back. So, we've fried off our burgers, and it's assembly time. Okay, so burgers, as you feel like, honestly. It's comfort food. Mayonnaise, tomato ketchup, relish, whatever fancy. I've just got some relish. I'm going to pick up some tomato ketchup, some mayonnaise, just a little bit more relish here. Shredded lettuce, always nice to have, and a slice of tomato. And the piece of resistance, triple burger itself. I've let mine rest for a couple of minutes, not too long, just so that the juices stay in. There's my caramelized bun. I'm just going to put a couple of toothpicks just to ensure it's stable before I cut it. And what I have to do now my burger. Hope you like this burger today and my recipe. For more details on my onion rings and my burger, look at the description down below. Have a great weekend.